tank of gas? You gotta be kidding. All right, so trailer, water tank. Uno number one is going to get water. And what I figured out, unfortunately, is I'll show you. We won't show Lisa. She doesn't want to see. The inside of the tank is just disgusting. So I'm trying to figure out what we can gather around here to clean it out, because it doesn't look quite big enough, and I'm not desperate enough yet to crawl inside because I don't want to get stuck. That'd be awkward. To get some of that stuff broken out, and then when we go get water, we'll rinse that out. And then we're going to be relying on the filter to filter out this stuff until we can seriously get it clean. And I've got some ideas there. So first thing to figure out is how can we get this at least a little, get the big chunks out.
Oh boy, we're talking chunks.
So what we need is something, I think this will work. If we can put some duct tape on the end of this, well, there's duct tape there, but it's not what I want it for. So we need something long that we can kind of scrub and get some of those chunks out of there. So I think if we can use this guy, I think it was used for a vacuum. And then we've got duct tape. Okay, so if we can put something on the end of that, and then I can use this as a wand.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm thinking that's a start.
Okay. This dog bed doesn't look too bad. So if we cut like a section of it off.
I'll use the...
And wrap it around.
Uh-huh.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Because the whole thing is too much. I almost want that cushion in there too. Or I wonder if we tie it and not duct tape it. But I don't know what we tie it with. There's an old strap here. So we could tie it. My concern would be if it fell off. I think they call it SOL. It's not gonna. It's gonna be. That's got dog pee. That's no bueno. Okay, what else? What about if we use the one of those absorption pads?
Oh.
Little diaper things that we've got.
Yeah.
Let's do that, because then at least it doesn't have dog pee, rat pee, mouse pee, whatever it might be, pee on there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go grab one of those and then see what we can do. Duct tape fixes everything, right?
Yes.
Help me, duct tape.
It's my favorite.
Help me. So let's make this super tight first. Best I can. Funny we took duct tape off and we're putting it right back on, huh?
Hmm.
Doesn't that look nice?
Yeah. It's like a perfect water tank cleaner scrubber.
Okay. Need to get too crazy here. And the mosquitoes were super attacking us when we got here, but they've kind of, not to jinx ourselves, but kind of mellowed out. Jinx.
We're in the shade.
Okay. So we've got our newfangled scrubber. Oh, this is going to be great. Don't fall inside. I'm not going to get you. I don't want to risk you guys falling inside and you might have been eating dinner. If that was the case, I apologize. We came up with an alternate idea. We're going to forego the trailer. Is there a reason not to just put it in the back of the truck? I'm sure in the next 40 miles we'll figure it out.
Is that how far we got to go for water?
It's a waste.
40 miles?
I've been there once. I've got that going for me. Lisa looks in shock. You don't see the shock look on her face. Okay, so those are long enough. That's the good news.
Get the hose. Ooh, nice, solid.
And then we'll put water in and try and flush it out. We'll take our fancy dancy, what are we calling this? Scrubber. Scrubber.
Tank scrubber.
Scrubber delicious. Right here. We'll take that with us to try and do some more scrubbing. All right, let's go get some water. We'll see you guys at the water place.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to take our pump. We're going to take our hose. It's always super awkward. Try not to scratch the truck. Whew, we made it. All right, she goes in the bottom here. Kind of a male-female inny-outy thing. So the male end goes in the female end, if you're not aware. That closes there. She's got rings, so we close the rings. Make sure and open the valve so the water can go in.
You do a little dancing.
Oh yeah.
Two-step.
I was practicing last night.
Yeah.
And then this fit's kind of loose, so I don't know what the deal is, but you know, sometimes they're loose, sometimes they're not. Oh, we're gonna take the key. Ooh, that scared me for a second.
No.
And all that water.
Ooh, there it goes. You can see it.
Goes in there. All right, so
It's just filling up.
it is 5:05. We'll see how long it takes.
5:05? How did it get to be 5:05?
Yeah, I don't know. So Alaska's a time warp, if you didn't know. Proven fact. And if you're smart, you'll come get water when the sun is right there, beaming down on the side, and the mosquitoes are a lot less. If the sun is not here, forget about it. That's all for now. Lisa has retreated to inside the truck. She is, can you see her? There she is. There's no mosquitoes, but apparently it's either too warm or too cold. So we are full, and it is 5:16. I don't know if you can see that. 5:16. And yep, there she is. All the way to the top. So 525 gallons. We got a little extra. It's pouring out. So the next thing we're going to do is close the valve here. Make sure we turn it the right way. And then we're going to go. I'm not able to do this with one hand without getting too wet. But I'm going to undo this end first to let it breathe and drain out. And then I will take that end off. It's my working face. I don't know if you can see this. Lisa's going to play camera girl real quick. See that water coming out of the back of the truck? As Lisa would say, it's going back into the earth. So no, we're not wasting it. Here's the deal. choosing my words carefully. When we got here to get water with the water tank, do you want to go in? Let's go in here where there's less mosquitoes. So anyway, since we got here, we needed to get water. Kind of priority one. The water tank was full of mold. You guys, you saw that. Lisa hasn't yet seen it. I found an electric pressure washer laying in a rubbish pile for garbage. The good Lord was looking after us. I plugged it in. She worked. I've been working on the water pump and getting the pressure right so we don't blow anything up. Any lines blow out, because I think the pressure dial must be out because it shows it's way over 100 pounds. But at about 95 pounds, the water stops running. So I don't think it works. Anyway, there is a hose outlet in the water room. So I found a hose, plugged the hose in, plugged that in, everything works. So right now we're draining the tank, the water tank. We're going to take it out of the truck. We're going to tip it over on its side. We're going to pressure wash that out and get all that algae out of there, because I do not want to be drinking algae. Lisa does not want to be drinking algae. Super gross. And what I'm trying to avoid, yes, there is a filter on the output of the larger 1,500 gallon tank. I don't want to introduce algae into the tank, number one. So if we cannot introduce garbage in, then we for sure will not get garbage out. Let's go wash the tank. Okay, let's get it up. So I could use some help. What I want to be careful of is this. We don't want too much pressure on that, because we don't want to break it. May or may not succeed.
Far sounds good.
Maybe that's where they put that there, eh?
Huh?
Is it on it?
Yeah, I wouldn't go any more than that.
Okay.
Or drag it.
So I'm going to back up to get closer.
Okay.
Can you tell me when I'm there?
Okay. Now it's gonna rain.
What?
Now it's gonna rain.
Oh, good. Okay, so at least we got to start. Rinse the outside off. So first order of business today is getting the water tank full. We got it cleaned out. I went and got water last night in hopes of getting a shower. I did not have, we brought with us a water pump or a trash pump, depending on what you call it, to go faster based on the recommendation of the neighbor and the previous owner. But there was a small electric pump that would take, I think it was 40 minutes to load water from the truck to the tank in the water room. So that was my game plan because I didn't have all this set up yet. But wouldn't you know it, that water pump is frozen and will not work. Not frozen like cold frozen, but like it just makes noise and doesn't pump anything. So got some sleep, going at it fresh. We're going to put this together. I don't know if I recorded previously the super cheap ones that the pump came with, so I got these in advance. Hopefully they fit the hose that we've got. That would be nice. And looks like there's some adapters that were left behind too, so between those and what I've got, I just pray that everything works. Okay, so what you probably can't see very well, this white pipe is where the water comes in and then goes in, and then you can probably hear it going into the bigger tank. This is the pump that creates the pressure in the line. Obviously a filter there, just like you would have with a well, and then the water is dispersed out throughout the cabin through that guide. So I'm going to go back out there and babysit that pump that seems to need a little extra attention today, and get some fresh water. I always save some in the end to put in a cup because it is cold, beautiful water from Alaska. Lisa, what are you doing?
Making dinner.
It's a lot of light.
I've got
I just need a cup.
spaghetti squash,
Okay.
and our last two salmon fillets.
Ooh, sounds good. Can I get a cup to put some water in? It's the best water in the world.
It is. cabin thing and it had doors to it.
That's no good.
Oh, it's part of the kitchen.
Garbage.
Alright, today's Wednesday. It's fun day. We're hitting the highway. Come on, Ryman.
I don't hear you in a rap song anytime soon.
Oh no, no rapping. We're gonna hit Kennecott Mines today. I'm super excited. We've seen it plenty of times on the old YouTube.
We're about 45, 50 miles into this 60-something mile journey. It's beautiful. It's a super cloudy day, so I assume it's limiting some of the mountain peaks we would see that we don't see. An impressive amount of private property out here. Going to McCarthy. Bring water, bring snacks. Lisa, back to you.
And the road is no joke.
It's exhausting.
It's very exhausting.
Says the girl that's sitting in the passenger seat. Her only job is to look pretty. Oh, hey, another tip. Bring a rental car. Don't bring your own car. Bring a rental.
There you go.
The suspension's not going to be all that great. Make sure you got good tires, too. Fellas back there were changing the tire.
Yeah.
Driving like 20-year-olds. So apparently we were 60-something miles into our 60-something mile trip. Because we're here. So we got to Camp McCarthy.
McCarthy?
Isn't that what this parking lot's called?
I don't know. It's either Kennecott Camp or Camp McCarthy.
We're in the parking lot. We're going to go find out what to do. It was $5 for 1 to 4 hours parking, or a lot more dollars for 24-hour parking. We don't believe we'll be here for 24 hours. Let's go adventure.
A lot of silt, huh? Glacier silt? Ooh!
Let's go pay for our parking, grab some jackets. Oh wait, you got your jacket. And see what the dealio is. Do a little glamping. A little stove. What did he say the stove is called?
Fitbit. Or Fitbits.
This is pretty cool. Surprised they don't have a sign up, take your shoes off.
Idea.
So they've got a bunch of these little, I think they're white duck. Must be their smaller version.
Miniature bell tent.
The teepee was $100 a night. What do you think these are?
Oh, I didn't see that.
You should have taken a picture.
This guy had a rough road. Okay, let's get this in our window and get going. That was the old way of getting across the river. This is the current way to still make phone calls. And this is the new way to get across the river. Glad we grabbed a jacket.
I know.
It's like a 50-something.
It's a little breezy out here.
No kidding. Rigor mortis, huh? Is that the airbag that went off inside?
Oh my goodness. No, it's the rooftop.
Take photos, don't take parts. Oh, the original attraction for the snow.
In 1953, a strapping young man by the name of Jim Edwards settled in this region. He came in by cat train over the CR and Northwest rails, built a house and started a family. In need of a vehicle, he assembled a bush truck out of road-tested parts and gave it the name Rigor Mortis, and was last run in the 1990s. Rigor Mortis is on display as a tribute to Jim's ingenuity and resourcefulness as a local pioneer.
And you know what? There's still no flat tires. Well, maybe one. I think we just missed the shuttle.
The shuttle's bus rides are $5.
This is just too fascinating. I haven't seen this on YouTube before. So for McCarthy, this is where they burn their trash. The incinerator 2000, I assume. See if we can open it. Right in there. So that's where all the garbage goes. They've got their own power generation. Sounds like diesel. I think it's cool. Breaking news, we interrupt this normally scheduled program for a little update. Lisa, what's the update? We went to McCarthy, Kennecott Mines. What happened?
We never got to Kennecott Mines.
We left like at 12. It's about a 3.5 hours, I think is what we budgeted for the trip. Our theory is always enjoy the journey. It's not always about the destination, it is the journey. So it was good, so we were focused on that. This is the first time it bit us in the tushy.
Mm-hmm.
We got there, and somehow magically we showed up. We missed that bus, you guys just saw that. So we wandered through and walked through the planks and just enjoyed the day. And some people were asking, like, hey, where do we get the tickets for the bus? And they're like, oh, you got to go to the store over there. So we went to the store. Lisa, what say you? What happened when we went to the store? The nice lady behind the counter.
She says, well, are you staying up there
For the night.
for the night? And we're like, no, we're going to go up, check him out, come back. She's like, well, kind of chuckles. This is the last bus that goes up to pick up the people to come back down. So you'd get stuck up there.
They pick them up at 7 o'clock, she says. It's 6:30 now. I wish the camera was on to see the shock on my face. How did a 3.5, 4 hour drive end up 6.5 hours to get to that store to try and buy tickets to take that bus to go up to Kennecott Mines? We drove all that way. Complete failure on our part. The climax of the story was going to be Kennecott Mines.
McCarthy was very historic.
Hey, we made the best of it.
Yeah.
We had a hamburger for $60. Well, for both of us. I don't think we got out of there for $60.
The coffee and ice cream was really good.
That was a separate bill. So anyway, that's what happened. We didn't really talk about it in the film, so we thought we'd do it now because we just roll with the punches.
We do a lot of that.
Kept rolling. So anyway, that's what happened. The most talented you've been is when there's ice cream and coffee involved.
Absolutely. It's when I'm the sharpest. There's no boardwalks to have to cross the water.